Hey guys, and welcome to something a little bit different. This is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, one of my all-time favorite games for the GameCube. I've always been a fan of golf games in general, especially Mario Golf. I remember playing the one on the N64, and when this one came out, I just had to get it. And I've played this ever since. It's amazing. And I kind of wanted to mix things up on my channel just a little bit, you know, do something a little different. Just to keep things fresh. I'm kind of just going to start doing, like, random games sometimes, every once in a while. You know, like SimCity was kind of like that. Because I might actually get back to that as well, but I just kind of want to do some stuff where I don't, like, have to play through the whole game or whatever. Especially when I'm doing stuff like Sonic Adventure 2, which takes a long time. Like, I just want to do something a little different. So, I just started a new file on this. I have a couple files where I've unlocked pretty much everything. So, I'll just, you know, do a video or two of this every once in a while, maybe. Because it's relaxing, it's fun, it's a great game. So, these are all the characters you have available to you at the start of the game. They all have different stats, which actually does make a pretty big difference in the game. I like straight hitters, especially, and I just love Yoshi. I mean, he's so fucking adorable, look at him, he's so fucking cute! Oh! So yeah. What you can do is you can start with a character match, which is what I usually like to do, and you basically get a challenge from a computer player that you have to play against, and if you beat him, you get a star for that character, which basically increases their drive distance, pretty much, is all that is, but it makes them a little better. And you can eventually unlock the star tournament, which you can only play against star characters. You can play with normal characters, you don't have to play with a star, but it's a lot easier. So, I'm just going to start with the tournament, because that's how you unlock everything else anyway, so this is the only course we have at the moment, but there are more courses later. But here's Lakitu Cup, the first hole. It's par 4. And if you're used to golf games in general, if you played like Tiger Woods, which I'm a pretty big fan of, this Mario Golf is so much easier, I promise you. It's like a really simplified version of a golf game. You don't have to use like the joystick to do your swing, which is how Tiger Woods works. And like it's really hard to get used to the Tiger Woods games, but once you do, they're so much fun. But this one, as you can see, you can use L and R to kind of see where that power is going to hit, which is a huge addition to this game that I love so much more than the previous game. The previous game you kind of had to guess based on how long your club would go. It would tell you like the yardage on it. Then you'd have to figure out on the meter exactly how far that was. So you'd say, like, let's say it hits 100. So you'd say about halfway, if you fill the bar halfway, that should be about 50 if your club goes 100 yards. But it was a little different than that, and it wasn't always like an even number, so it was kind of hard to get used to that. So if you've played the first one a shit ton like I did, once you play this one, it is so much easier. They just improved everything, made it so much more accurate. You can play a lot more accurately. Like, even so, it still does take some getting used to, just in general, because this game is a lot different. Like, just kind of a weird control scheme if you're not used to it. And I just wasted that power shot, but oh well. I like to use power shots on my tee-offs anyway. And you can also put top spin, back spin, super top spin, super back spin, that kind of stuff. And I hate this green. I've always hated this hole. I might be able to make it with full power. And if you see those lines, that's how fast the green slope is. Like if a ball were to roll, that's about how fast it'll go on the slopes. That's another thing that's kind of difficult to understand at first, but it does make reading the greens a lot easier. And I can live with a par. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, the courses, of course, get harder. And you may have seen I got a badge for getting a birdie. They're basically like birdie badges, like in the old game. But as you can see, there's a little B underneath hole 1. That means I got a birdie on it. And you collect those badges, basically. If you get a birdie, eagle, albatross, hole in one, all those count as a best badge.
Nice shot.
So you try to collect those. You get a character, I think, at like 50, and you get one at like 100.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Or something like that. But, damn, this is gonna be hard. Oh, damn it. It's uphill, like... Oh, well, I didn't even read that very well.
Nice ball.
But, there's a trick I used to use where you can, like, basically grind for best badges. Basically, if you know you're not gonna get a birdie on a hole, you can just save and quit. Because, when you save and quit, whatever hole you're on, when you continue, you just start over from that hole. You start over completely. So, let's say it's a par 4, and you miss the birdie putt, you can just save, quit, and try again until you get it. It does take going back and forth, like, to the main screen, continuing over and over again, but... It is a way if you really want to get the best badges, but I kind of like to do it legitimately sometimes. But sometimes it's just too frustrating, especially on the later courses. Or if it's raining, because when it's raining it makes your ball go a lot slower, and you have to hit it a lot harder than you think you do. So there's a whole bunch of factors that contribute into this. I haven't even touched on, like, everything yet. And there's also a landing point you can make where it'll show where your ball will land after it bounces. I'm not sure if you can do that in tournament mode, though. I should have used a power shot, but I kind of want to set myself up for this next one. Yeah. I'm used to Yoshi being a star character, because I usually do that as soon as possible, because I love playing Yoshi. Because, I mean, I'd play Yoshi anyway, even if he wasn't a straight hitter, just because he's my favorite Nintendo character, but, like... Oh wait, this one's gonna, like, not bounce very far. Because the approach wedge. Oh well. But I do prefer playing straight hitters, just because having fades and draws just kind of make it difficult at times. Like, it's still, like, not bad, but sometimes you have to hit it really straight. Because there's, like, trees or shit in your way, so it's just really nice having a straight hitter. But also, with the D-pad, you can curve your shot to get, like, around stuff. So if you're a fade or a draw, you can kind of go to the left or right a little bit to kind of make yourself hit it straight. But the catch is, when you have it like that, if you see on the ball in the bottom right, there's a little circle there. When you start your swing, you actually have to use the control stick to move the little dot into the circle. So it will actually go along that path. If you don't do that, it'll just hit it straight again, like this. So that's something that's really difficult to get used to, especially if it's not just like all the way down, because then you can just hold down and it's pretty easy to do. But that's a pretty useful thing as well. I'm just gonna hit this normal. And yeah, if you hit a perfect shot, like exactly where you want it, and like almost exactly on the backswing perfectly, then you get a nice shot. It just means you hit it perfectly well. And you see that little red box around the backswing part, like where your meter starts and stops? If you hit it outside of that red zone, you'll basically whiff it. So it'll go not even close to where you wanted it to go. So, okay, this should work full power, I'm hoping. Oh, come on. That's bullshit. But yeah, I remember watching the Game Grumps do this game, and it was just, like, kind of driving me crazy at times. But, I mean, if you don't know how to play the game, like, all the control schemes and all the different factors that go into this game, it is kind of difficult. It may, like, kind of suck at first, and you probably won't be very good at it.
Nice shot.
At first. I probably should have put backspin, not topspin. Damn it. Oh well.
Nice on.
But yeah, because they didn't know about, like, putting spin on the ball, or... well, until the very end, but... I mean, I can't really blame them for not playing it before and not really understanding it. Because, like I said, it's very different from other golf games that you've ever played. But I love Mario Golf because I feel like it's a lot simpler than, like, Tiger Woods. Because those games are fucking hard. But they're fun as hell. Boom. Boom.
Nice shot.
And yeah, the one thing that's kind of annoying though, like, Mario in this game is one of the last people you can get the star for, so that's kind of annoying. Mario's a pretty good character to use in this game too. I like using him a lot.
Nice on. Birdie
So I might start doing some character matches or something, but... Oh, god damn it, are you serious?
Nice ball.
So yeah, changing your trajectory, putting spin on the ball, those are very useful techniques to get used to. And there's some more factors that go into this game, like your lie, basically. If you see by Toad there, it says plus or minus 1%. That's basically how accurately you're going to hit the ball to where you want it to go. And if it's actually going to go that distance. Because if you land in the rough or something, like not in the fairway, you're going to hit it a lot shorter than you think. Like, you may hit it full power, but it's not going to go that far where the grid is. So, sometimes. Depending on your lie. And also you got to worry about the wind. Because when the wind is very strong, it will push your ball in the direction that it's blowing. I think the max wind speed in this one's like 25 or 30 miles an hour or something like that. But in the first tournament, there's usually not a lot of wind, as you've probably noticed already. Like, there's zero wind right now, so that won't affect your ball at all. Oh, come on, that went in. I don't care who you are, that went in. Fucking A. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the pin, like where you see the pin and it shows like it's this many yards up or this many yards down. That also affects where your ball goes. See how the pin is down 8 yards? So when you're approaching the pin, a lot of times you're going to want to hit it a little softer than you normally would because it's downhill. So your ball's going to travel a little further. So it's going to get a little more distance because it has to go downhill as well. But see how it's flat now? So when I'm approaching this, it should go exactly where I want it to go. But you have to also make sure you factor in it's going to bounce and roll. And with an iron, it's going to roll a little bit, so I want to have it a little less than where the pin's at. So it'll bounce and roll towards the pin. Just like that. And you can get it pretty close if you measure it like pretty accurately. And putting especially, you want to pay attention to the hills, if it's uphill or downhill. Because obviously if it's downhill, you want to hit it softer. If it's uphill, you want to hit it harder. And if it's raining, and it's going to rain now, you want to hit it harder. Especially putting. Putting in the rain, it's like, it affects it a lot more than when you're hitting anything else. So this should go like right there. Whoops. It's uphill, so it'll take a little bit to get there. See, I should have put topspin on it because it sticks like flypaper when it's raining. This is gonna turn a little bit, and it's uphill a little bit, so I need to hit it harder anyway. And it's raining, so about right here. See, that still wasn't even enough. I still needed to hit it a little bit harder. If it wasn't raining, I would have made it. So retarded. But I've probably forgotten quite a few things, but I mean, that's pretty much the general idea of it. You have a power shot, a normal shot, and when you're close to the pin, you get an approach shot. This is pretty far downhill. I just wanted to get over that tree, but it's probably going to go past the pin. Maybe not. Cool.
Birdie putt.
Birdie butt.
Nice birdie. Very well done.
7 birdie badges so far, not too bad. I should have had an eagle on that one though, but so you can track your progress on the scorecard and see on the leaderboard. It's kind of funny all the different names they have. They have a lot of different like Mario characters and just random names like Mana, Toad, Chomplet, Riku, Gooble, Shy Guy, Paratrooper, Toadster, Diddy, Monty Mole. And no, not all those characters are in this game, unfortunately, but that would be pretty cool if it was. Oh, this hole's annoying, especially when I don't have a very hard hitter. I'll probably roll into the rough or the bunker if I do that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit a normal shot. And then set myself up for my third shot, because there's no chance of me shooting the green in 2, especially when Yoshi's not a star character. Even as a star character, Yoshi usually can't make this one in 2.
Nice shot.
See, that one was a little risky, because that red zone was pretty close together. So even if it is just a little off to the side, if the red zone's really thin, it'll probably throw your ball off quite a bit. And different characters hit more accurately and less accurately, and that factors into it.
Nice shot.
Like basically how close to you are to the sweet spot on the backswing, or when the bar comes back and you have to hit it. I just call it the backswing because it's really not. It's when you actually hit it, but that sweet spot is what is affected by each character's like accuracy, basically.
Nice bird.
So if they're more accurate, you can be a little off and still hit it basically where you want it to go. However, there are other characters who have very poor accuracy that if you hit it even a little bit outside the sweet spot, it goes way to the right or way to the left. Oh, jeez. And if you hit, if you hit to the right to the sweet spot, it'll go a little bit left. If you hit it to the left, it'll go a little bit right. But I've played this game for years, and it took me a long time to like figure all that out. I never like looked up anything on how to do it. I just kind of learned through the game.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
And my dad used to play a lot of golf, so we used to play Mario Golf together all the time.
Nice bird.
And yeah, if you hit with your middle putter, he says fantastic putt if you actually end up making it. Which putting in this game is fairly easy. It just takes reading the greens, and they kind of hold your hand through it. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, I want to hit it around this tree, so I'm going to hook it like that. Hook it like a hooker. But yeah, I'll probably just do this course in this video, because I mean I'm almost done anyway. I'm gonna club up actually. See, it sucks when you have to hit it harder when it's like raining, because your guides and whatnot aren't as accurate as they should be, but that still was too hard, but that's okay. I'm usually pretty good at approach shots. Another top spin should make it. Ugh, close. Whoops. I meant to hit it a little harder just in case, but usually the tap-ins are pretty easy to get in, because they're just tap-ins anyway. 9 under, not too shabby. I've done better in one round on this one, but it's kind of weird playing as normal Yoshi. Like, I haven't in a long time. Like, it's not a huge difference, but it does make his distance a lot farther. Oh, please make it green in regulation.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Alright, it's downhill, so it should guide it right in.
Nice bird. Very well done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God. I've just started doing the star tournaments, which they make the greens a lot harder. They're like faster greens, more difficult greens. The pin placement is very difficult. And you're playing against star characters that always get like 8 or 9 under, no matter how hard the course is.
Nice shot.
Like, I had to get 10 under just to get first place on this one. And that was on the star tournament. And it took me 2 attempts to actually do that. Oh my god, what the fuck? I guess it was a lot more uphill than I thought it was. Oh my god, this is a bunch of bullshit. Oh my god. Can I stop getting robbed, please? Damn.
Nice ball.
But these tournaments are nothing compared to the star tournaments. These ones are so easy. Alright, hole 18 is a fun one. It's pretty simple. The green is basically on a raised platform. which is kind of annoying sometimes because you can roll off the green fairly easily because it's just like, see, look at that, and there's a bunker. Okay, I'm just gonna hit this like that. That should be pretty good.
Nice shot.
We don't want to go over though, so put some backspin. Well, that was a bad idea. Oh well.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
It's not too bad. That's one thing I don't like about Yoshi though, is like his nose is always in the way when I'm trying to see. Oh crap, I hit it way too hard. Damn it. Oh well, 10 under's good. I still get first, no matter what. Because second place was what? 6 over? What the fuck? Damn, Diddy, what are you doing?
Yay! I did it!
New course unlocked.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Ugh.
And the award goes to Yoshi.
And yeah, even though I got first place, it's like a silver trophy, though. I never really understood that. It's really cool, though. The star tournament is like, it has like rainbows on the handles, and it's got a star, and it's gold. It's really cool. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in the next part.